Naturally Beautiful Girl. So it is now the end of June, which means that it is time for my favorites. I've discovered a number of products recently that I really have fallen in love with, so I'm going to be sharing those with you. Some of them you've seen me talk about, and some of them you haven't. And I also have a Netflix recommendation for you. I'll do that at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So it is summertime, and the first product I'm going to talk about for me is a very summertime product, and this is the Eco Tan Self Tanner. I don't have any self tanner on at the moment, but I have extremely fair porcelain skin. I don't mind my skin tone at all during the winter. I'm just like, whatever, everyone kind of looks like me. But when I get out in the summertime, especially when I get on sunscreen, sometimes I feel like I'm almost like blinding. My skin is so white sometimes. I'm just like, this is a little bit too much. And all I want in terms of like tanning or self-tanner, well, I never actually tan this up, but what I want in terms of self-tanner is just something to just like give warmth to my skin. Basically bronzer, but for my body. The more I read about this one in particular, I thought this would be perfect for what I'm looking for. This is the Winter Skin Gradual Tanning Moisturizer, and it's described as builds to a beautiful golden complexion, and it's for winter skin. So basically the idea with this product in particular is to use it during the winter so you just have like a little bit of a tan. But for me, that's what I want in the summer, and I've been using this and loving this. I bought this actually because my husband and I just celebrated our 5-year wedding anniversary, which is crazy. That flew by really fast. And that also means that coming up in August, it'll be 5 years of my channel as well. But yeah, I just really have been enjoying putting this on, and just it gives my skin a glow, and I just don't look like I haven't seen the sun in, 6 months. It just gives a nice warmth and glow to the skin. It's really easy to use. Because it's such a natural, very light tan, it's pretty much mistake-free. I have no idea what I'm doing in self-tanning, and yeah, it's turned out fine every single time I've done it. So if you're looking for something to just give your skin a little bit of a glow, I highly recommend this. It's worked super well. I really have been enjoying this. And it's definitely something I'm going to continue using and reaching for all summer long. The next product is one for hair. I haven't talked about a hair product in a while. This is the Inner Sense Hydrating Mask. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my hair is long. Like, this is the longest my hair has been in quite a while. I think as it happened for many people, my hair started growing out during the pandemic because I wasn't able to get my hair cut, and then I was able to get my hair cut, but I realized I kind of actually was enjoying it being long, especially for summertime. And so I've just let it keep growing. So my hair is actually quite long. And because of that, I found that I need more conditioner and more heavy duty conditioner than I do when my hair is shorter. And I just felt like my hair just needed a little bit of extra love, especially the ends. They were getting kind of dry, and I was like, I need to try something new. So I picked this up. I looked at a whole bunch of hair masks, and I landed on this one from Inner Sense because I've used a number of Inner Sense hair products and really liked them. So I went ahead and picked up the hydrating hair mask, and I have been loving this. I use this maybe every like week and a half to every 2 weeks or every couple of washes, and this has just been so lovely in my hair. But what I've also liked about it is it doesn't weigh down my hair. Like, it definitely gives it a little bit of extra hydration boost, but it doesn't feel like my hair is oily or weighed down after I use this product. So it is exactly what I was looking for. I have very thick hair. I have an oily scalp. My hair is pretty straight. I mean, I braided it so it would have waves here, but naturally it's pretty straight. And this just works super well. So if you're looking for some sort of like hair mask, like a little bit more of a deep conditioner, I would highly recommend this. It's exactly what I needed it to be, and it works super well. The next product is one that I talked about in my video where I reviewed kinship products. I will link that video up above. I've been really loving the lip gloss, but I figured if I had to pick like one product on the line that I've discovered recently that I really love, I had to mention the Kinship Super Mellow Hydrating Gel Cream. This is the moisturizer. I have fallen head over heels in love with this, especially for the summertime. It's such a nice moisturizer because it's a gel based. It's not too heavy on the skin, but definitely provides that hydration. I find every time I put it on, it almost feels kind of cooling, which when it's hot, it feels so nice on. And it works super well on my oily skin, and that it gives me that extra moisture that I'm looking for from a moisturizer, but it's just not heavy. It absorbs into my skin really quickly, and honestly, it does everything I want, and the price is really quite affordable as well. I really love Kinship. I've said this so many times, like, I love Kinship's products, but this one for me has been a new discovery that really has been a standout. Kos has released a whole bunch of brow products, and I had to try them out. and I didn't expect myself to fall in love with their brow gel, but I did. So I gotta mention the Kosas. This is called the Air Brow Gel. And I have the shade Soft Brown. I've got it in my brows today. I really love this product. I find that it gives a good amount of hold. It stays in place super well. It doesn't like, even with it being hot, my skin being oily, my brows are holding up. They're staying in place super well. I love that the amount of tint it provides. It really just checks all the boxes of like hold, tint. It's just super easy to apply. And I feel like it just really has my eyebrows looking the way I want them to look. And I love that I don't have to fill them in with a pencil. I can just put this in. It's really quick. It's really easy. I can just get them done the way I want them to. And that's what I'm looking for in a brow product, because I have pretty thick brows to begin with. And so for me, having a product with a lot of hold is key. This also has enough pigment that I'm able to fill in, especially this brow. Everyone has a difficult brow. Mine is my left brow. It's a little bit sparser than my right brow. My right brow is like thriving. My left brow is like still needs some help. So this, especially in my left brow, I'm able to fill in the spots where I need to fill in, and I really am happy with the results. I like the Pacifica High stuff, Fire Brow Gel. I was talking about that one, but I think that in terms of formula, I prefer this one. The Pacifica one is a little bit cheaper, but I think I would spend a little bit of extra money for this one in the future over that one. This has become an absolute summer staple for me. Like, this one came out of nowhere and it took me by surprise, and here I am talking to you about it. This is the Tower 28 bronzer in the shade Suncoast. So Tower 28 had two shades of their bronzer originally. I bought the previous lightest shade of the bronzer, but I didn't love it. Turns out the reason I didn't love it was not a good shade match for me. They came out with an expanded shade range, including a shade that was lighter than the previous one, and that is Suncoast. This bronzer is the perfect bronzer if you have fair porcelain skin and you go looking for a cream bronzer. Well, when I'm filming this, I just got the Say Beauty bronzer, but I have not had a chance to try it yet, so I can't give you a comparison of the two. Keep an eye out for that. I will be talking about that bronzer in a video coming up, and I will, of course, compare it to this one. But for right now, this has become my absolute favorite bronzer. I'm a huge lover of cream products. Before, I'd only found powder bronzers that actually like worked well on my skin tone, but I love that this one's cream, so I can just like apply it with all my other cream products really quickly. But it's the shade, man. The shade is so good. I can apply it and I actually look bronzed. I don't look red and I don't look orange. I like actually have that bronzy, sun-kissed glow that we're all after, and I didn't think that I could ever achieve that. I thought it was something with my skin tone, my undertones. I don't know. But this bronzer gives it to me. So if you have really fair porcelain skin and you are struggling to find a bronzer that just like hits the nail on the head, I would actually try out this new one from Tower 28 in the shade Suncoast. It's perfect. And the thing that's so easy about it too is because the shade is so right for me, I don't have to worry about over applying it. It's just like effortless bronze. And then the last makeup product I'm going to mention is the Say Beauty. This is the Dew Blush in the shade Peachy. And I bought this and started trying this out. I really like it. I don't know why I've become such a big fan. I just like find myself when I'm getting ready, like every day, I'm just kind of like keep reaching for this product, which tells you something because I have a lot of blushes I could be reaching for. But I just keep reaching for this one again and again. I really like it. I find it super easy to apply. It just gives me such a nice natural flush on the cheeks. And the shade Peachy, I would say, honestly, I have fair porcelain skin. If you have at all a deeper skin tone, go for one of the other shades because this is a very, very light shade. But for me, it just gives just a nice sun-kissed flush to the cheeks. It's really easy for me to apply. It does wear pretty well throughout the day. And because it's a liquid, it kind of dries down a bit, so it stays in place a bit better than some cream blushes. So yeah, I've heard good things about this, and there's a reason why I've been hearing good things about this blush. It's because it's a really good product. So the final thing I wanted to mention was a Netflix show. And I don't know, I feel like I'm not a person that watches like a ton of TV or Netflix. We decided to watch the Netflix docuseries, This Is a Robbery, The World's Greatest Art Heist. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I mean, there's a few reasons why for us it was super interesting. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum is located in Boston. I've been to it once. I think my husband's been to it twice, but it's this really cool house a socialite in Boston owned. And when she died, she in her will, specified for her house with all this artwork she'd collected to be turned into a museum. Well, in 1990, there was a huge art robbery at the museum, and I think it was 200 million, at least. It depends on, I mean, the value of art is always changing, but it's around $200 million worth of art was stolen. It is one of the largest art heists, art robberies in the world, and it is still unsolved yet today. And this series walks through the whole thing, like basically before it happened up to when it happened, interviewing people, you know, in the museum, in the police, in the FBI, at the, you know, newspaper reporters, just all like defense attorneys, just like all sorts of people that were just kind of involved in various aspects of the investigation. And it is so, so good. So if you're interested in kind of like true crime sorts of things, unsolved crime, this is so fascinating. And one of the things my husband and I really loved about it is because we live in Boston, and it just is, you learn a lot of history about the city of Boston as well. And it walks you through, you know, it'll be like, oh yeah, this happened in this area, or this thing was going on over here. And it's like so cool for us because we're like, oh yeah, we know exactly where that is. But there were, I think, 4 episodes, and they're pretty long. They're close to an hour long. And it was so hard not to binge all of them. I mean, we would have been up way late past our bedtime, but every night we'd be like, okay, we got to watch one. And we watched it like back to back consecutive days because it was so, so good. So I think that came out in May, but we just discovered it in June and watched it. But yeah, I highly, highly recommend that if you're looking for something to watch on Netflix. That was fantastic. Hopefully you enjoyed this favorites video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you're notified of when I post new videos. And come follow me on Instagram. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat there. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.